Okay, ChatGPT Search. So the ChatGPT Search has the advantage it has over Google. It's the same idea. You could search the web for any information you want to know. The advantage it has over Google is Google. When you Google something, you kind of in your head you kind of break things down into keywords, and then you search it, and then you're looking for a toaster oven. You're looking for a toaster oven from that that's a certain that's small. It could fit on your counter. You want it to have, let's say, um, the glass door should slide up instead of opening out because you have limited space. There's different details. So you kind of break it down to keywords, and then look through all the results, and you'd have to go digging through different results. It would take a significant amounts of time. With ChatGPT search, you would say something like, again, so I need a toaster oven for my countertop. It should be small, and the door should slide up instead of opening out. I'd like it to be less than $100. So now I just asked it what I wanted to know, and it pulls me up a solution. The Hamilton Beach Easy Reach Toaster Oven. Take it. Now, for this, I would actually Google, because that finds me the specific one without me having to look for it. So now, here we go. I have exactly what I wanted. And the reason I Google this as opposed to staying in ChatGPT is because very often, let's see, for example, here, the link it's pulling from is the informational article that it got the answer from, not necessarily the product page. So it was much easier for me to copy the name, paste into Google, and then find it in Google Shopping. So it's not 100% better than, it's not like, it doesn't fully take over Google. It's not like I never use Google, but it does definitely help me a lot. Anyways, and that's for finding products. When we're looking for things where I would stay on the page, if I would ask it, I could ask it something like, put the scores from the NFL last night into a table. It'll pull all the scores from last night's game, and I'll put them into a table for me. If this had been, let's say, during the season or like if I had done this on a Monday during the season where there were a bunch of games, it would have given me a whole longer table. It happens to be there were only 2 games last night. And then I could work with ChatGPT to manipulate this data however I want, if I wanted to. So that's in a nutshell. That's ChatGPT web search. The general concept here of when should you use web search and when should you use regular ChatGPT. So regular ChatGPT you should use for creative tasks, conceptual discussions. You want to talk to ChatGPT. You want to just like have a conversation with it, bounce ideas off of it, or if you want to help it write something, then you would use the regular ChatGPT, because the web search one is somewhat constrained by the fact that it has to check the web first, and its instructions are slightly different, so therefore it kind of gives a more structured, direct answer. Not the best for creative things, and creative things don't necessarily need to be grounded in facts. They're creativity. It's creativity. You can use it for research for facts within your discussions. If you want to, though, use this for anything you want that you're looking for information. You want whatever you're looking for to be grounded in reality. If you're looking for how to do something, you want some information, that you would use the web search for, because you'll get a more accurate answer grounding what it said in the reality of what it searched for. It doesn't have any of that formatting, so this is kind of not really good for a LinkedIn post in particular. Then there's, as I mentioned, there's an add emojis button. Okay, so let's do the suggest edits, for example, which literally which has it go through and it makes comments about the whole thing. Which is funny that it has that many comments, being that it wrote this, but so you could do that, and then if you want to get rid of a comment, you could either apply it. You could take any specific comment, you could either apply it and it'll take into account. Or if I don't care about the comment, I can just exit out and it's gone. They also, just for basic formatting, you do bold, italics, and you can change whether it's a heading 1, 2, or 3 or body. So that's Canvas. Okay. The other thing I'll show you here is the image generation. Is that I could say, okay, here I have a post, and I'd like a cover image. And now it will make it for me. Give it a moment. We have the image, and so now I have a cover. Took Toronto, has some general LinkedIn business accoutrement around it. And yeah, so I could also tell it to edit this. Let's say I wanted to say shui on it. I could even choose where I want it. I could have it put right shui over there. Then it'll go in and it will edit it for me. The editing is not great. It sometimes does what you want. Sometimes it's very hit or miss. But what's great about ChatGPT, about DALL-E, ChatGPT's built-in image generator over other ones, let's say Midjourney, is that image generation is kind of is an art. So you have to write very detailed and very specifically worded prompts in order to get good results. ChatGPT's works that it kind of in the background builds you a prompt. So you say something like, I'd like a cover image. It will kind of take the context of my post into account. See, there's no mention in this prompt of anything about Toronto or anything here, really. It takes this into context and builds a prompt in the background and sends that to the image generator instead. So that's an advantage it has. So for simplicity and ease of use, you get something like this. You would use something like this. If you're more technically minded and you want to learn how to really do prompt engineering, you could go to Midjourney or Ideogram or other image generators and really get a very high-end image, but that takes a lot more work.